What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Backlash is just days away, but what do we know about the show other than the matches announced? Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest rumors you need to know about the 2020 Backlash pay-per-view, including a huge possible title change and many returns and surprises. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Number 1. The show's already in the can. Now, in case you haven't been keeping up with our news videos, Backlash has already been filmed, with the WWE shooting the show on the 7th June before its live NXT TakeOver In Your House pay-per-view. The WWE has been doing a great job keeping spoilers from being leaked, as so far there's no word on who won which matches, although you can check WrestleLamia's picks later this week. Number 2. Randy Orton ups his heel game. Will the match between Randy Orton and Edge be the greatest match ever? Well, of course not. No match has been absolutely 100% perfect. But call us pessimistic because we don't see that this will be the greatest match ever. It may be a good match, a damn good match, but greatest? Nah. Even Edge himself kinda shooted on this, saying there's no such thing as the greatest match ever. In fact, when the WWE pitched this idea, he thought they weren't even being serious about it. Now, one report suggests that this match is going to be lengthy, like their bout at WrestleMania 36 kinda lengthy. At least with this having a crowd, it might be somewhat different. Again, the match was rumoured to have been filmed on Sunday, just before NXT TakeOver, and the WWE wanted to make sure that the two had every chance in the world to have the greatest match ever thanks to the clever work of editing, so don't expect any blunders in this match. But the Wrestling Observer Radio also noted that Randy Orton has turned up his heel game by 10. He mentioned, I still don't know the finish, but they're going to do a great wrestling match, and I believe that Randy is going to do something diabolical, and he's going to cheat to win. Now, just because he's going to cheat to win doesn't necessarily mean he will win. But doing something diabolical? What could be left for Randy Orton to do that would be classed as diabolical? He's already put a screwdriver in Jeff's ear, punted Vince McMahon in the head, said that Eddie was burning in hell. What more is left? Number 3. No cinematic matches. The WWE had cinematic matches at WrestleMania, Money in the Bank and NXT TakeOver In Your House, that being the Backlot Brawl, but there's no talk of any cinematic matches for Backlash. After the somewhat poorly planned Backlot Brawl at In Your House, it's probably best that the WWE regroup and think its future cinematic matches out better for when they run them. As we've mentioned, these matches can be an excellent way to make a match exciting or blow off a program, but they need to be used sparingly. As noted in our analysis of In Your House, the Backlot Brawl was unnecessary for Velveteen Dream vs Adam Cole, as it did nothing to enhance the match. Instead, it took away from the match, as it was poorly shot and poorly lit. The WWE has a number of potentially good matches on the card, and it should stick to traditional matches, as its next pay-per-view Extreme Rules should feature a number of stipulation matches. Number 4. The WWE isn't going ahead with a planned angle. Now, there has been talk of Bobby Lashley vs Brock Lesnar finally happening, with the two titans rumoured to lock up at this year's SummerSlam. As we covered in our recent video, there are several reasons why Bobby vs Brock hasn't happened, but the potential match was reportedly Lashley's main motivation for signing back up with the WWE. While the current rumour is that we could have a big title change at the pay-per-view, Ringside News has reported that the upcoming Dream match may not happen. A rumour is going around that WWE really wants to put Brock Lesnar vs Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam. Ringside News has learned that is not the WWE's current plan. We are told there has been no talk about Brock Lesnar vs Bobby Lashley at all. However, as fans are well aware, anything can happen in the WWE, including a last-minute reversal by Vincent Mr. Mercurial McMahon. Would you guys like to see Lashley lock up with Lesnar? Let us know in the comments down below. Number 5. Drew McIntyre vs Bobby Lashley. Now, on the current odds, McIntyre has a minus 300 odds against Lashley's plus 500, which makes Drew the favourite. It would be a surprise to see Lashley get the title, but with Vince McMahon, you just never know. Here's what the odds makers are saying. For as much momentum as Lashley has currently, Drew McIntyre has been that much hotter. He's steamrolled through the competition and hasn't lost a single match in many months, so it doesn't appear his WWE Championship reign is in jeopardy just yet. That said, Lashley should hold gold eventually, and it is entirely possible that WWE swerves the audience at Backlash by booking a title change here. Even though McIntyre retaining is the safe choice, the odds shouldn't be too lopsided, as Lashley's chances of victory are far from slim. Unlike legitimate sporting events, wrestling matches are predetermined, so Vince McMahon could see the odds and decide he's going to change the match's outcomes just because he can. And it also leads on to number 6, as WWE is looking to put a title on Lashley. Now, WWE has only just put the belt on McIntyre and he's been doing a pretty damn good job as champion. However, reports are surfacing that a title change could actually happen at Backlash. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the reason why MVP was paired with Lashley was that so he could act as his mouthpiece, similar to when they paired Lio Rush and Lashley together during Lashley's IC Championship run. But according to Meltzer, Heyman wanted MVP as Lashley's mouthpiece for a title run. Now, okay, it says title run, it doesn't necessarily say WWE Championship run. Could they have Lashley go after Apollo Crews or even Andrade if he wins the championship at Backlash? As a US title run could be just as good. Number 7, expect to see The Fiend. Now if you're wondering what The Miz and Morrison are doing in a handicap match against the Universal Champion Braun Strowman, well, basically killing time as WWE wants to save Strowman's next big match for a later event. Any member of the WWE Universe worth their salt knew that there was a rematch coming after Strowman defeated Bray Wyatt at Money in the Bank, but the WWE is taking its time with its rematch as it's all but guaranteed The Fiend will show up in the ring the next time. That being said, expect to see The Fiend ambush Strowman after he dispatches of The Miz and Morrison, setting up a match for Extreme Rules. The big question will be whether the WWE puts the belt on The Fiend then, but that's a question for another time. Number 8, another match in the works? While the WWE has actually announced a good number of matches for Sunday's show, there's speculation that fans could see another title match. Ringside News' Felix Upton talked about the current competition between the Viking Raiders and Raw Tag Team Champions the Street Profits, speculating that things can't end in a tie between the Profits and the Vikings. A Raw Tag Team title match is expected for Backlash. They didn't announce the match during Raw this week for some reason. That announcement could be expected throughout the week. Also, the New Day aren't scheduled to defend their Smackdown Tag Team Championship, but that could change as well. With the finals for the Intercontinental Championship being aired on the 12th June SmackDown, we could see a rematch between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. As fans have repeatedly seen, the WWE likes to add matches right before the show, hoping for a few last-minute buys. They currently have 7 matches scheduled for the show, and the promotion has kept its empty arena shows to a shorter length than usual. Whether this changes with the presence of NXT and Performance Center wrestlers as fans could lead to a longer show, and if so, probably more matches. And keep in mind the Monday Night Messiah or any of his disciples are currently scheduled, which shows the WWE is willing to rotate wrestlers out of its pay-per-views rather than putting the same people in every show. Number 9, the Smackdown Hacker. The Smackdown Hacker needs to show up and fire the once white-hot storyline back up. This could happen in a number of ways, either with the Hacker revealing a dark secret about one of the tag teams involved in the triple threat match for the women's tag titles, or possibly another clue or even exposing who ran over Elias. We hope that the WWE doesn't drop the Smackdown Hacker storyline, as it's been one of several captivating angles on the Blue brand. Number 10, a Money in the Bank cash-in? Now one question that needs to be addressed is Otis's Money in the Bank briefcase, and whether the big guy will cash it in this Sunday. With Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre likely to be spent after battling each other, Otis would have easy pickings on Raw if he chooses to cash in the belt there. And what about SmackDown? While The Miz and Morrison shouldn't be a big challenge, what if The Fiend attacks Braun Strowman and lays him out after the match with Miz and Morrison? Might we see Mandy Rose persuade Otis to cash in his briefcase, teasing some selfish motives towards the big man? Both scenarios seem unlikely, but they've been talked about, which is why we're sharing them in our News and Rumors video. Number 11, any returns expected for the show? The WWE often uses pay-per-views as a big way to bring back returning stars or even introduce recently promoted NXT superstars. As of this writing, there's no talk of any superstars returning to the ring or of any of the rumoured NXT call-ups such as Chelsea Green or Dominik Dijakovic. Now there is a possibility of Tamina showing up as she seems to be undergoing a character change. However, it's likely the WWE will save them for Raw or SmackDown to maximise their impact. And number 12, Tommaso Ciampa at Backlash? One NXT star whose name has been popping up is Tommaso Ciampa, who has been firing off Twitter taunts at Raw superstar Randy Orton, beginning after the Viper threw a backhanded compliment at the NXT roster for their good show at TakeOver. Randy was vexed by NXT stars who slapped their legs when performing moves. With the WWE edict that wrestlers shouldn't attack each other on social media unless it's part of a storyline, fans are wondering if the WWE might set up a Ciampa vs Orton program after Edge vs Orton. If so, we could see a run-in by Ciampa during or after his match with the Rated R superstar. It's a possibility that shouldn't be discounted, and an Orton vs Ciampa feud could be excellent, especially since Ciampa seems to have gone as far as he can on NXT. But there you have it guys, the wildest news and rumours you need to know about the 2020 Backlash pay-per-view. Are you guys planning on watching this show? And what do you think about these rumours? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.